Hello everyone and a warm welcome. I am Jerry Fisayo Bambi and a great pleasure it is to be back with you on Inspire Africa, where we bring you the stories of those making change, innovation and social impact possible on the continent. On this episode, we hear the story of Rocket Health, a telemedicine startup in Uganda. Then the entrepreneur who wants South Africans to embrace electric scooters for short to medium distance trips. Plus, a little later, we meet with Nigerian art curator Sumi Wandu, who is promoting digital art and female artists in the country. This is Inspire Africa. There is Musinguzi, alongside 4 others working in Uganda's health sector, so that many patients only go to see a doctor when their disease had progressed significantly. So they decided to do something about it. They started telephone consultations with patients. Here's more on their story.
Overlooking one of Kampala's suburbs is a call center manned by doctors, but those who are sick don't need to come here. As when Rocket Health was set up in 2012, it sought to provide medical consultation over the phone. With their artificial intelligence-powered application, the 30 doctors can exchange with patients quickly and diagnose diseases faster.
What I enjoy about telemedicine is how easily accessible patient information is. In the traditional way of practicing medicine, especially in the government setting, patient records are still kept in paper files. But with telemedicine, everything is electronic. All patient records are kept electronically, so it does not matter how long we have been managing this patient for, we shall always be able to have their records.
From telephone consultations, the startup ventured into lab services, allowing them to collect samples from patients' homes and getting them tested, with results delivered immediately by trained personnel. Then, it wasn't long before Rocket Health set up a pharmacy section to complete the 24/7 personalized healthcare to now over 40,000 subscribers.
We deliver medication. We first check their expiry date. We check the client's details before delivering, confirm it's safe.
The team aims to change the face of healthcare in Uganda, where the doctor-patient ratio is 1 for 25,000.
People were so used to the traditional way medical care was being offered, walking into a hospital. They felt like they had no choice and they were used to that. But with time, we have seen an increased adoption, and I think our challenge is now more towards how to scale up this model that has done so well in the greater Kampala area, in the city area. We want to scale it up country.
Rocket Health is constantly reaffirming its position in the dynamic innovation scene with a system that aims to pin 90% of the conditions suffered.
Let's now talk about sustainable transportation. South Africa's Fizile Dlamini in 2017 started a green scooter, a ride-hailing service that uses electric vehicles to transport people and cargo. Dlamini's goal is to see more South Africans embrace electric vehicles, which will be less costly to their pockets and which will be good for the environment.
Road transport and travel in South Africa has been identified as the primary source of transport-related carbon emissions, contributing 91.2% of total transport greenhouse gas emissions. At the forefront of renewable energy and innovation in the country's transport sector, tech entrepreneur Fizile Dlamini started an environmentally conscious electric mobility business targeted at commuters who require short to medium distance trips.
The reality with Green Scooter had started in 2015 when I was doing my final year at varsity. Literally was identifying a problem on the 28th of December 2015, where it was the issue of first mile, last mile transportation. How I had to look at it was from an innovative perspective, not utilizing internal combustion engines, but using a form of electric mobility.
The uptake of electric vehicles in South Africa is progressing, but slower than in other parts of the world. According to the International Energy Agency, around 25% of all two-wheelers on the world's roads are electric. This phenomena occurs mainly in China. Lamini believes Africa has the potential to create a booming electric mobility sector.
My company has sustainable development goals such as climate action, alleviating no poverty, and yeah, that's pretty much why I started. I mean, it was just having a purpose. If we really want to have a highly advanced and developed Africa, we need to industrialize.
As the green mobility space expands on the African continent, Lamini's plan is to launch solar-powered vehicles. These vehicles are an integration of hydrogen fuel cell, making it the first hydrogen battery electric vehicle made in Africa.
Now, Nigerian art curator Somi Nwandu and creator of Afrofuturism, an all-female digital art exhibition in Lagos, is described by Saatchi Art as a quintessential creative soul with a deep desire to forge cross-cultural ties, specifically through the arts. Somi spent years exploring digital software alongside expressing creativity through writing, painting, and fashion illustration. And she joins me now from Washington, D.C. Somi, good to have you with us. First off, well done on your Afrofuturism event held in Nigeria. How would you describe the reception for such an all-female digital art exhibition?
Thank you for the introduction, first and foremost. This was a new experience in the space like Lagos. A lot of people were excited about a thing like this, as well as curious, a lot more questions about what exactly is digital art, what exactly is behind immersive art experiences and things of that nature. Nigeria is home for me first and foremost, but also I'm realizing that there is a shortage before I get to the female artists of various art experiences and opportunities like this.
Is there a shortage of female artists in Nigeria?
I can't say that there's a shortage of female artists. I believe there's a shortage of female artist opportunities in Nigeria and out of Nigeria for female artists and artists in general. Obviously, there are shortcomings that the nation of Nigeria holds for artists and the citizens of the country in general. There's an abundance of artists. It's rather the opportunity for them to market and to showcase their works.
Let's talk now about the relationship between art and technology in Africa. What are the new frontiers?
Well, in regards to Africa and technology, I would say that Africa in itself is sort of the new frontier towards technology. And now it's about that conversation between art and technology and utilizing technology like Web3, incorporating a lot of crypto, though it's not doing so well right now, but NFTs and things of that nature. Obviously looking into maybe partnerships with more fintech companies that are starting up within the African space. But Africa as a whole right now is an emerging frontier for technology and technology-driven initiatives. And that is very much including the art space, the creative space.
When we look at the art that you make, what would you say, or what do you consider to be your strongest appeal?
When I look at the art I make personally as an artist, not wearing the curator hat here, my strongest appeal is honestly exploring my personal space, mental space, as well as the digital space. So that's a combination of what really goes on within my art practice as an artist, is an exploration of my own journeys as well as technology and what's new or what's exciting for me within these new media spaces.
What do you make of the clamor for the return of looted African art?
Just thinking about it, if something belongs to you, even if someone stole it, took it from you 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it's still yours. These are part of our identities that are missing. Being someone that is a millennial and knowing that a lot of these artifacts that have been taken away or taken beyond our times, a lot of things are missing in the ways that we identify with our culture, in the way that we know who we actually are. We find that we have to go digging much deeper to find our history and find our traditions and find our culture. And I believe that if these things are brought back and we're able to actually be taught about these things, we'd have a stronger sense of identity. My personal opinion is strong on these need to be returned.
Somi, I'd like to thank you very much for sharing insights about your work with us. My very best wishes and for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time and having me on here.
You're welcome. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode of Inspire Africa. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. You can see it again by going to www.africanews.com, and on the program section, you can find Inspire Africa. I am Jerry Fisaya Bambi, and I am leaving you with some of the images that caught our attention on social media. We take a glimpse into the popular snake dance of the Amhara people of Ethiopia called Eskita, posted on Instagram by @Abyssinian Nomads. I'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.